Hi friends, good morning. We are just making some coffee and you guys are currently sitting on top of the espresso machine. We are about to head out and go pick up our Walmart order. It is Sunday morning and I just wanted to chat with you guys for a few minutes about ThredUp. Hold on one second, I gotta grind these beans. So I got this comment right here asking if I could explain a little bit more about ThredUp, because in my video I kind of just told you guys that, you know, I'm sending all of these Play-Doh's rejects and bad inventory buys to ThredUp to see if I can make any money back. While that is true, I never really explained like how ThredUp works. So what you want to do is make an account on ThredUp, you know, put your address in, all of your personal information, all of that, and then you can go over and click on cleanouts if you're trying to sell with ThredUp. Cleanout kit is what they call their selling cleanouts. So their bag, they will send you a Mylar bag, which is like this big. I think it's a $2.99 fee, or alternatively you can just request an emailed label to you. The emailed label is rated for 30 pounds, also so is the Mylar bag, so you cannot send more than 30 pounds per package, and I would always suggest waiting until you have very close to that threshold, because $14.99 right off the top comes off of your earnings for everyone, no matter what, no matter if didn't select rush shipping, you don't want your items back, which is all things you can select. You can select send me my items back. You can select I never want to see them again. You can select rush processing, which I've never done. Hold on one second, my shot's done, so let me make my coffee and then we'll get in the car. Hi friends. Okay, so we made it into the car obviously, and we are headed to pick up our grocery order. But like I was saying, let me turn this air down in case it's loud. Like I was saying, I would personally wait until you have just about that 30 pound threshold that the label will accept, because $14.99 will come out of every single package you ever send them. So if you only have 2 items and you're like, oh, I want to send these to ThredUp, and you send them 2 items, they're going to take $14.99 earnings out of those 2 items. And if your items aren't worth $14.99, they'll take $14.99, whatever's remaining, out of the next time you send items to them. So I always like to make sure, I always get a medium moving box from Walmart, and they like always have them, and I feel like that fits like just about perfectly, roughly 30 pounds. So that's the box that I like to use, and that is my like number one tip for sending things to ThredUp. Make sure you are using the weight allotted in the label. Next tip, do not send them men's items. They do not accept men's items. They take kids items, they take, oh, and don't mind my zit sticker, and take it off, I forgot, I just noticed that. They take kids clothing, women's clothing, teen clothing. They do not take men's clothing, unfortunately. Don't send them menswear. Another thing about ThredUp, if you are not requesting your items back, they may well either be donated or sold on their website in a mystery box or a bundle box. They do like designers boxes, mystery boxes. They do denim mystery boxes. They do Coach mystery boxes. They even do men's mystery boxes, which I guess for them is a good way to get rid of the menswear that was sent to them, even though they don't accept it. But essentially they're just making free money on you, because they're not going to give you anything for any men's items. Now there is like a caveat to that. I have definitely sent them like Nike items or something, Nike t-shirts that were like a size 3X, and in my opinion they were definitely for a man, but they listed them as a women's shirt. So things like that still might slip by, but if you send them a pair of like men's J. Crew jeans that are a men's size 36, 32 long, they're not going to take them because those are clearly a men's item. What else? My box that I initially sent with you guys in my first ThredUp video has been processed, and I will put on the, I'll share my screen here with you guys just while I chat about it. So it took just about 3 weeks from the time I shipped the box, like from the time I packed it and shipped it dropped it at the post office, because that's what you do. You just take it to the post office, not UPS or FedEx. 3 weeks from that day to the items being listed for sale live on their website, which is not long at all. I would say that's pretty good turnaround time. Now, when your items get listed, oh, hold on, I might lose you. When your items get listed, you have a very short window, I think like a few days, to turn around and edit just slightly the prices of things, or you can add like keywords or things like that. Sometimes, you know, whoever's listing your items on ThredUp might put the wrong color, and if that matters to you, you have a very small window of time to edit those things yourself without having ThredUp help you. For me personally, I don't typically adjust the prices of things because all the things that I'm sending to ThredUp are Plato's rejects, bad inventory buys, or things that I specifically bought from the bins to send to ThredUp. So I don't ever adjust the prices because I want those items to sell fast, and I feel like ThredUp, at least they should have a pretty good grasp on how quickly things sell at what price and what brands sell quickly at what price. So I always leave the prices as they are unless there's like some astronomical mistake. But if that's the case, you have to email ThredUp. Say, this is a good example. I've sent them Michael Kors Collection in the past. Michael Kors Collection is the highest tier of Michael Kors designer labels. Michael Kors Collection, and then Michael Kors, and then Michael by Michael Kors, and then, you know, it goes down. They listed it as a regular Michael Kors dress, and I had to email them and tell them, look, you just posted this Michael Kors as a regular line, and it is the collection line, and it got changed from like being like a $40 listing to like a $200 listing because of that. So there's things like that, and for me, I'm not very nitpicky about these things because, like I said, these things aren't trash by any means, but they are all like rejects in my opinion. There's nothing wrong with these items. You know, they're still great to wear, they're still cool, they're still cute, but I just don't have a platform to sell them easily or quickly other than ThredUp, and that is why I love sending things to ThredUp, because I find they sell so much faster than I could sell them. So much faster. But yeah, like I said, now I'll get back to sharing my screen with you guys. They processed my bag. I think in the original video, we had sent them 33 items. They accepted 22 of those items. So the other remaining items they did not accept. Who knows where they went? I will never get them back. You can ask for those items back, and for a fee, they will send them back to you, but I never want to see them again. Maybe they're going to go in a mystery box. Maybe they got donated. Who knows? I don't know. I don't really care. If that's something you care about, just be sure to mark the box to get your items back, and then you will get whatever they don't accept. But yeah, so all right here is what they've accepted and what they priced things at. So you can see what the listing is, what the price of the listing is, and then versus what you will get. And then obviously there's like a sliding scale. So if you're going to sell something, I don't know what the scale is. Maybe if I can find it, like actually on their website, I'll put it on the screen somewhere. But you're not going to get the same amount of payout for a pair of women's J. Crew jeans that you would a women's, you know, designer handbag. You know, you're going to get more of the payout for higher dollar items as opposed to lower dollar items. But looking at all of the things they did accept, I'm really happy with this payout. And obviously I'm driving right now, so I can't see off the top of my head, but I believe the payout for this bag, if everything sells as they've posted it, so that's without me adjusting the prices higher or lower at all, I should make $200. And to me, that is fantastic for things that majority of them are Plato's rejects. I hope that helps answer some of your questions a little bit more. I hope it gives a little bit more clarity to ThredUp and how they work. For me, ThredUp is not like one of my main inventory streams, you know, like I'm not looking at ThredUp as that. I'm looking at it more as a, how can I recoup some of this cost that otherwise all these items would just be donated back to the thrift store or sold at like my local flea market for, you know, 50 cents a piece just so I could get them out of my house. So for me, I absolutely love ThredUp. I love it for that reason. I don't typically send them designer items. That's just because I sell them myself. If you want to send them designer items, they accept designer items. I can't give you any feedback on that, unfortunately, because like I said, I don't do that and I sell them myself. But if I wasn't a reseller myself, perhaps I would send some designer items to ThredUp. And I'm sure if you had like a Chanel bag, you could contact somebody at ThredUp and specifically ask them, you know, what would be the process for you selling this bag to them? What do they think the payout would be? What can you expect? You know, X, Y, and Z, especially for higher dollar items like that. I'm sure somebody would talk to you about that. But yeah, like I said, for me, ThredUp is a great little extra way to squeeze some money out of what would have been bad buys. So it just occurred to me that I forgot a very important part about ThredUp, the payouts. So after your items are live and someone purchases them, you don't know as the seller who purchased them. You just know that your item has sold. It goes into a different queue, which I will also stick here on the screen so that you can see all of the pending items that I have, and just kind of get an idea of what that looks like. None of these items that are pending sale obviously are from this box because it just got processed, but you can at least see what it will look like. And then you have to unfortunately wait 21 days, which is the return window for the buyer. If they don't start a return process within that 21 days, then the funds for those for that item, those items are released into your account and they will show as available funds for you to either one, spend on their website, which obviously is what they want you to do. They want you to turn around and spend that money on their website, which is not a bad idea. A few years ago around Christmas, when I was really heavily selling with them, this is probably like before COVID happened, before they banned me. And I was really heavily selling with them, and I changed in, I believe it was $132 in my credit that I had on their website for this, I'll put it on the screen, Chanel wallet that I gave to Jack for Christmas that year. And now this Chanel wallet, similar ones, black ones, this one's navy, they're like $800 on eBay. So that was a really excellent find on ThredUp, and in my opinion, it was priced super low. Yeah, so there's that. They want you to shop on there. They also, you can cash out to Stripe, to your bank account, or you can cash out to PayPal, to your PayPal account, or you can take your credit and get a little boost by cashing out to one of their partners. So you can cash out to like Gap, or I believe it's Gap, or that family of brands, and ThredUp will give you like a 15% more incentive for cashing out that way. So if, you know, you'll get a little bit more for your value. I used to do that with Athleta back in the day because Athleta was one of their partners. They probably still are. And I used to buy myself a bunch of brand new Athleta stuff and essentially turn Plato's Rejects and Bin's finds into brand new Athleta clothing for myself via ThredUp. And then you just go on Athleta's website and use their gift card, you know, your the gift card that ThredUp has given you for whatever website you cashed out to, you know. So, but nowadays I just cash out to Stripe or PayPal, and that's how I've been doing it. But yeah, let me try to think before I let you guys go if there's anything else. Oh, if somebody returns something, I believe then it goes back, you know, after ThredUp gets it back, it goes back on the website for sale again, and then it's marked as final sale. So whoever buys it next, final sale. You get paid as soon as they buy it because they cannot return it. So that's nice too. Like, it's not just like a revolving door of your stuff forever, eternally coming back to ThredUp, because they don't want to hold on to it forever either. You know, they want to get it out. They have so many things coming in and out every day. So yeah. if you can wait 21 days after things have been sold, you know, if you have a little bit of time to give to these items to make you some money without having to do any work, I would definitely suggest giving ThredUp a try. Are you going to make millions? No, probably not, but I'm happy to show you guys right here on the screen what I've made in the past. Like I said, I've sold with them for several years, so you'll see this is several years worth of numbers, but it's there, and the bins has stuff for you. Yeah, okay, so I think now that's all. Like I said before, if you have any more questions, comments, anything else you would like me to address, talk about, if you watched this video, the whole thing, some of it, part of it, any of it, it means so much to me. Thank you so much. And if you could just hit like on your way out, that would be wonderful. See you next time, friends.